Hey, what's going on? My name is Henry and this is Breakable Program. Today we're going to be doing some Overwatch coaching in this new series called Recall Coaching. So this is more for me to improve on my play and see what I can learn from my mistakes, but this could also possibly help you as well. Today we're going to be looking at my Reinhardt gameplay, see where I made some mistakes and where I can improve, and also point out some good moves I did. Yeah, it happens sometimes. So let's get started.
What's going on?
What's up?
So this game was a day after the update, and usually when you play after updates, you get paired up with a wider range of SR players for some reason.
There's been a lot of uneven games. I'm guessing there's like some 2500s in here. No. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was placed in a game before this. I was placed in a 3090 game.
I was just checking his SR because I thought he was really close to Diamond the way he was talking. The SR difference isn't that big in this game. I brushed off the little comments. It doesn't help anyone if you immediately call the game a loss before it even starts. I see this a lot, especially in high elo games where people check stats and immediately get discouraged. Don't do that. A negative mindset isn't helpful to anyone.
Let's get this win.
Go on. I can win. Attack commences in 30 seconds.
If we look at the comp, we can see that it's alright. Not the best, but it's okay. We have Ryan and Zarya as our two tanks. That's good. Ryan is really good since we have 4 other backline support, DPS, and tank. The two healers complement each other really well. With Anna's burst healing, if we get low, she can bring us back close to full health, and then Zen can heal whatever is left, as well as their ultimates being opposite of each other. The defensive ultimate with the Transcendence and the offensive ultimate with the Nano Boost can give us a wider range of options when attacking and being attacked. The DPS is where it kind of starts to fall off. The Bastion pick would be alright if we had more DPS to back it up with. Probably a Junkrat for that area damage, or even a Reaper to disrupt the enemy backline with our Bastion focused on picking off targets. The best option to pair the Bastion up with would probably be a Tracer or Soldier, so we have a mobile DPS picking off enemies that run from Bastion's fire. Or we can keep the Hanzo and have a more mobile area damage hero like Junkrat. He's able to focus down the shield and provide spam damage, giving Hanzo the opportunity to pick off low targets. And actually, Junkrat would have been better than a Bastion. Once the shields are down, he's pretty useless on attack since he's not mobile and people can just run from the clock, and Bastion would no longer have the line of sight. The two DPS don't harmonize well together, but it's not the worst comp you can have.
Consider only victory. Make defeat an impossibility in your mind.
Alright, I'm gonna blast through their front line, and then as soon as you see an opening, you just all go fight on point. Unless they have a Symmetra, then we have to switch our strat, but
Attack the objective.
other than that, we should be good. As long as we all push on point,
The objective.
we'll be fine. Stand on that shit.
3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
They already got a, while they're playing really forward.
Right here I saw 3 different types of damage coming our way, so I just assumed that they were playing really forward, and they weren't. That was a miscall on my part. Here I noticed that there was a turret behind and I got fixated on it, and I didn't notice my shield melting away, and because of that I wasn't aware there was a Bastion and I was just distracted and let my Zarya die. At this point I think that I knew there was a Bastion, but for some reason I didn't call it out.
Healing enough.
Well, stick out, bruh.
I have a Bastion too. I gotta switch off. Can't go Bastion be Bastion. Especially if he's behind that fucking rock like that.
Hey, go Junkrat. Go Junkrat.
I think so.
Could tear through his shield quick with that. Just don't try not to party up with Zarya.
And as soon as he said that, I launched a fire strike right into her bubble. I saw the line of people and it just got greedy. Shouldn't power up Zarya like that.
Good flank, Konzo. Come
This
up here.
Brilliance guy isn't the best. He was getting frustrated because I wasn't shielding the choke even though there was a Bastion, and he was just being overly negative, especially towards the
Go
Hanzo.
top, man. What the fuck? I really can't do anything with that Bastion back there.
I got him up. He's standing up.
Let's go pushing off,
I
pushing
got a
off.
pick.
Pushing off, guys.
Get here.
Turn.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I wanted to pause right here because I wanted to point out the charge and why it was bad. As soon as I got the nano, I turned around and charged even though there was a wall right in front of me, and I would have to move to the left to avoid hitting the wall. But if I would have just walked past the threshold first and then charged, I could have possibly gotten the pick with the charge. You see I missed and immediately charged up Zarya, but to be fair I was trying to break down her bubble, but I got distracted with the Sim behind me and I missed out on the opportunity to secure the kill on her. This was a good ult to save my life on Zen's part, but if I would have been more aggressive, I could have gotten a few picks and he could have saved his ult. You see how all these mistakes build up to the enemy team having numbers on us, and even though they seem small, because of my mistakes we didn't cap the point right here.
Healing enough.
We do end up capping the point soon after though.
Dragon consume you.
Anyone else want some?
Still kicking.
Get this soldier, get this.
Fuck you.
has drawn me to the objective.
You see me, instead of walking to the point, I walk to the second point for 2 reasons. 1, because there is no reason for me to go to the point when we already have 3 on it, and 2, to check if there are any flankers trying to save it so I can hold them back.
A captured.
Zara, what's your ult? Cal.
I missed a fire strike right here, it was just way too high.
Don't worry, my friends. I am your shield.
Ooh, I need a little bit of heals.
We gotta pick.
Oh, we gotta pick, we gotta pick, we gotta pick.
They got a res.
Get on there.
No, they got a res.
It's okay. It's okay. Now they have no res right now. We gotta get on it.
They got a Junkrat over here spamming the shield. So you see I missed another fire strike, I'm not too good with that. Okay, I just wanted to point out why this was a good hammer down. First, the Ana slept the Ryan, so there wasn't any danger of losing the shatter to a shield. Second, the Mercy was right in the line of sight, and you're going to see that she ends up getting away, but that doesn't change the fact that acting on an opportunity like this is huge. You always have to be looking for moments like this where you can capitalize on plays that your teammates make. This was a lucky charge. If the Mora didn't walk up the steps, I would have missed the charge, but we still got 2 picks and now I'm behind the Ryan free to swing at him. Hold up, now that I paused the video, you can see that there is a trap right in front of me. I should know that there is a trap in front of me because if we rewind earlier to the video, we see a Junkrat, and I even call it out, but he backs up. Now if we think about this for a second, we can come to the conclusion from right here that the Junkrat put down a trap at the bottom of the stairs. I got too excited after getting the 2 picks I got, and I wasn't thinking about the Junkrat. Be calm and try to have better situational awareness next time.
Get on point,
Now I'm here looking like an idiot because of my mistake. This was a weird nano because we got 4 picks and the enemy team spawn is right in front of us. So if they managed to group up and take the point, we would have been down 1 ultimate for no reason. Luckily our team is pretty good about spawn camping them and they can't get out. I did want to point out these bad swings. For some reason, I didn't walk towards Amora when I saw her reappear. Doesn't matter though because we still ended up getting the point and winning the round with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left on the board.
I don't get it. I don't get why things can't be that.
Score 2-0.
Let's fast forward to our team composition. If we take a look at this, it's not the best. We have 1 healer and no real consistent DPS. Ryan, Torb, and Hanzo don't have any kind of health regeneration ability. Torb does have armor packs, but they don't help much when you're low health. Zarya has her shield, but it takes a second to regenerate and it doesn't actually heal her. This is the same situation with Symmetra. I would have probably switched out the Sim or the Torb for another healer and switched the Hanzo out for more consistent damage like Soldier. If we did want to run 1 healer, we could switch out the Zarya for a Roadhog and the Hanzo for a Soldier and either switch the Sim or Torb for a Mace, so there wasn't as much stress on the Mercy to keep everyone alive since we would have 4 characters that can self-heal, and Soldier would also have the ability to heal others, providing secondary heals. Not as strong as an actual healer, but better than nothing.
He's coughing. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and fast forward to the start of the match.
You honor me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay, they have Marissa,
Get behind me.
Eva, Moira.
Okay, right here you can see that there's a soldier to the left at the top of the 2nd floor. I even adjusted so that he wouldn't shoot at me, but I didn't call it out.
Everyone doesn't have to be a choke. You can shoot from far, do so.
The shield down call was way too late. It's important for your team to know how much time they have left on the shield before they have to get out of the way of the choke.
My shield is down.
Here I was trying to body block the damage, which wasn't the best idea since we only have 1 healer and the rest of the team is distracted with the diva on point.
Right now, he's alone.
My shield's down. My shield's almost down.
Are you back? Setting up TP.
Shield's down again.
Okay, let me pause it right here and explain a few things. 1, keep in mind that my team isn't behind me, so I should know that they are on point trying to fight off a flanker. 2, I want to say what I was thinking. I know that they popped Coalescence, so they were planning on doing a push, so I was just waiting for one of them to get past the threshold so I can pin them and the rest of the team could clean up whatever was left. I was too focused on the threshold and I didn't notice that my team wasn't behind me. So I get the pick on the Rissa, so that's really good. But then I hammered down without realizing that the rest of my team isn't behind me. So even though I did get a good number of the team in the shatter, it was wasted since there wasn't any damage to back it up and I end up dying. This is an issue I have with using crowd control ultimates. I pop them without thinking about the rest of the team.
Nice, Mercy. Mercy. Get your armor. Armor's at choke.
I just wanted to point this out because I don't see Reinhardt's doing this enough. I noticed that the Mercy gets pulled back by the enemy Orisa, so I move forward so she can get behind the shield faster. I hate it when Reinhardt's move backwards from damage. The shield isn't meant to just protect you, it's for your team also. If there is a Diva Bomb or just general damage, do not walk backwards away from it, especially if your team is caught in front of the shield due to either a movement ability or just bad positioning. Give them the chance to get behind the shield.
Getting back now, multi-core ready.
The wrist is down. Nice.
Armor over here.
Missed another fire strike.
Stay out of my way.
We got somebody coming up left side. Left side. There's a Reaper left side. He's behind us now. Reaper behind. Right side.
This was a good call out, just nobody did anything about it. They were too focused on trying to damage the team in front of us.
Reaper's on point.
I call out again that the Reaper is on point, hoping that someone will peel back to get him.
The wrist is down.
This right here is me getting greedy. I should have kept my shield up and let my team clean up the Zarya ult. Instead, I tried to charge and the Junkrat ended up killing me.
I've got you in my sights.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Luckily, we did have TP, so I was able to get back to point without any issues.
I'm gonna wait for you guys. a little bit so we can all attack together. Ready?
Here I kind of pushed him without paying attention to what the Torque was saying. I should have waited a few seconds in order for the rest of the team to show up because now I'm in the middle without any heals. Luckily our Mercy did show up right on time and I was able to get the heals I needed. Here we're just cleaning up, we have number advantage on them so I'm not really worried about losing this fight. I dropped the Shatter just so we could secure the 2 kills on Mercy and Reaper. Was it really necessary? Probably not, we are already going to win this fight, but with 1 minute left on the clock I popped it thinking it was a good opportunity to use it. Just cleaning up and the enemy Moira popped her ult, which was a bad move on her part. Now the enemy team is down 1 ultimate for no reason. Got the kill and I was just making my way back to choke. 30 seconds left on the clock is still enough time for one more push, so I was getting prepared.
Back on choke, please.
Get your armor. Thank you, my friend.
Mercy's half.
You guys haven't been doubting me this entire
30 seconds remaining.
Wait. You have a mic? Dude, that would have been nice to combo with the Zyra earlier. I really wish we would have put it on earlier. We're doing good though.
We're going right side. They're going right side. Mercy.
I hear the enemy tire coming in and I purposely stayed at choke hoping he would solo ult me. He did. This was a good move because now they're down another ultimate and Mercy has hers ready so she could res me if we needed it.
Seconds remaining.
She does pop her ultimate a little bit late in my opinion, but we still have the number advantage on the enemy team.
Overtime.
And we end up getting both picks on the healers.
I've got you in my sights.
Nice.
So now it's just cleanup time and we end up winning easy.
Check out this video on Breakable's program.
That's the game, so just an overview on what needs to be improved. I need to have better situational awareness and not get caught up in the moment too much when something either good or bad happens. I also think that knowing when to push in and when not to push in is another problem that I have, and probably the worst thing that I have issues with is the fire strike. I'm not used to the projectile speed of them, and that makes me miss a lot of them. I'm not too sure if the ultimate usage was so bad that it needs to be improved on. I think it's not the best, but it's not bad either. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. I'm not too sure if others can get a lot of information out of this video, but it's mainly just for myself and to improve on characters that I think I'm lacking on. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.
I'll be up there.
Say it one more time.
Breakable program.
Alright, I got you. I got you.
Like a week or maybe like a few days. Alright. Peace out.
Alright, man. See ya, man.
See you.